The chat is there if you have questions about the game, comments, tips, tricks, hints, feel free. Anyone can use the chat. You don't have to follow to do it. Even though I do appreciate people following, that helps me out. But it's voluntarily, and do it because you like the channel, not because you have to. And this is a good channel for beginners, for grumpy old men like me. That is not the worst place you can come. And if you need help with the game, or want to discuss the latest movies, we're here, and we are game. Talking about movies, I'm actually thinking about going and watching one of the newest. And no, it's not Barbie. Even though I am incredibly curious about that, because I have heard a lot of good things, weirdly enough. But no, I'm thinking about going watching Oppenheimer. Well, you know, I might watch it when it comes on TV, just to see what it's all about, but none of my kids has ever been into Barbie, so yeah. But I read somewhere that it said, "Don't bring your kids and watch that movie." Which we interpreted to, if you bring your kids, you might have some explaining to do. Well, it's such a weird concept, and I'm not quite sure I'm fully up to scratch with that. So no. Oh. Oh well, I would say my daughter is a plushie fan, and well, I did tell you about her coming back from Tokyo with a whole bag filled with Pokemon plushies, among other things. I have my favorite Pokemon here, which is mute. And of course that's because it's a cat. But I will say my daughter has been playing Pokemon long before it came on our smartphones, and she has watched the cartoons through time, and I would say she's almost an expert. And seeing her face coming into a dedicated Pokemon store in Japan, that was almost priceless. I would say that was the whole trip worth. And just think about it, if we came into something which was absolutely our interest, whatever it really is, and you just see a whole store, and not a small store, no, a very big store filled with that. I mean, I have a friend who collects whiskey. He doesn't drink much of it, but he collects different types. And I know he came into a shop in, I think it was in Edinburgh, but might not hang me up on that, which had something like 3,000 different types of whiskey, and he understood her feelings. You can't really imagine it, because it was just amazing. And the worst part was it was not even overly expensive. It was not like, I mean, if you go into a Disney store in Britain and buy Disney things, they are quite pricey. They had loads of tourists coming just to visit one of those 5 Pokemon stores they have, and the pricing was nothing compared. That really amazed me. I do feel that the Japanese mentality is so, how can you say it, honest maybe, that they don't overdo things, and they don't try to rip people off, but they give the opportunity to buy 10 times so much, and still earning money on it, because they're of course not doing it for charity. And I found the same with their food. It was always honest. Yeah, I mean, I try to say I'm only that in game, but I have done some collecting as well. I'm not as bad as I used to be, but I'm still collecting things. I want a 3-star system now. That one didn't even have one. Yeah, well, there's certain things. I always collected a lot of cat stuff, cat pictures and stuff like that. So now I started, when I see things with our dog on, that is kind of what I had to get. That wasn't actually me, but that was my daughter going that route. Yeah, I find it so funny because we have a border collie. I have told you that before. So and it's a black and white border collie, and they all. It's not a joke, but. This is obviously not our dog, but she looks like that, right? It's the classical border collie look, and whenever we see pictures of border collies, that's the type which we see, and it looks like our dog. And it is well, I'm afraid ours is gone a little bit wrong somewhere, because Border Collie is very, very smart dogs, smart animals, and she picks up so many things that you wouldn't think a dog would actually do that. However, she was out in the garden earlier today, and I look out and I see this big cat sneaking in on a bird. The only problem was it was not the cat, it was the border collie. And she was actually sneaking exactly like the cat does. Except one thing, she hasn't really got the foot noises controlled yet, so boom, boom, boom. Oh, it was brilliant to see, and she had exactly the same body configuration as the cat when he is sneaking up on something, and she have learned that from him. I don't need to tell you that she didn't catch the bird, by the way, because the stomping put it off, I think. Oh yeah, it is. It is. I find it amazing and intriguing that they actually do. But she is learning so much from the cat. And I'm not joking, she is laying on furniture like she was a cat sometimes. And I find it so brilliant. Oh yeah, we're the kind of pet owners that think that pets is allowed in the house and can do the same as we do. That's one thing I always had as a cat owner, that you can't prevent cats from crawling up on the furniture and stuff like that. So we always been very relaxed around that. But yeah, I find it our pets is amazing, and I know sometimes you feel, oh, my pet is the bestest and the cutest boy in the world, but their love is unconditional and conditional, and they show it. Yeah, having a 25-kilo cat, that's yeah, that's exactly like we have it. I must admit, I never liked that. Well, I would say our cat sometimes is a shitbag, but okay. Our cat used to be like that, but after we got the dog and he sees her eating human food, that has actually opened his eyes for that there are things that he would like to taste. And I mean, taste now. Now! it's not always he cares about where that food is on its way to. It could be a mouth or something else. He didn't used to do that, but again, I'm so glad he has become a proper cat. Oh. That's brilliant. There's another thing I found funny because he has always been a fussy eater, like most cats. But after we got the dog, if he can steal some of her food, no matter what it is, then he will. And it might be things like vegetables. I have seen him run off with a stem of broccoli, so and he ate it because he stole it, so then we eat it. The worst part is when they are partners in crime, because they do cooperate sometimes of doing things that is, I don't think in the handbook for pet owners. Let me phrase it that way. Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. He has actually found out that she can open bags. So if he thinks that it's something he would like, he chucks the bag down on the floor so she can open it. And we have seen more than once that they share the spoils. has so far only been things like creamies and cat sticks, but still. And the funny thing is the dog is not food fixated, so she has no problem sharing with the cat. The only thing she... Yeah? Oh, our cat loves cat sticks. And dog sticks for that matter. It doesn't really matter. He did complain the dog sticks didn't taste of dog, but apart from that, he actually loves them. And so does she, so she eats cat stick, no matter whether it's fish or meat taste. I think for her it's the social thing.
Data received.
Yeah, I must admit I took the fight, not the easy way out in this one. So we're getting a reward. That's actually not a bad one. I checked the payment. There's a lot of ships on this freighter. Can I actually change my ship here? Sometimes you can. No. I do not own it. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I'm still a good lump away. So you're actually going to explore the universe now. I estimate I'm around 100 million from the limit, or maybe even a little bit less. So yeah. No, it's great. I think it's great. Well, it wasn't kind of your fault that it went like that, but I would say it adds a dimension that first of all you getting into other galaxies and see that they are actually not all alike. I find that more interesting than just sitting in one corner of the universe and stay there. But I do understand people who do it. That's and mean, the guy I read about on Reddit that had set up that he wanted to explore all planets. Yeah, go ahead. I'm not sure if he wanted to kind of catalog every rock, plant and animal on each of them, but because that is one big mission to undertake. That's not straightforward. Go and deliver an item. I'm a nice person. I will. I don't know how many systems there is in each galaxy, and that's one of the unknowns. So, but I think it will take a very long time to get to that point. To be honest, I don't think it's easily done, and surely it's a big task. I would not venture that way. Then I would say it would be me sitting playing 8-10 hours every day just doing that. Maybe, I don't even know if it's possible. It is those things that it sounds okay when you formulate the idea in your head, but I'm not sure it actually works out when you try to turn it practical. But as someone suggested him, and that was one thing I liked, said, can't you make a chart over the galaxy then? There was a lot of ships coming in. Any of them interesting? That one I already scanned. 9 million Toyota Camry and a 44 million C-Class. Okay, it has 67 slots, so it's actually quite stocked, but Ah, well done. Very well done. Wow. Wow. $44 million. Okay. Don't worry, I think I know what you mean, so that's absolutely fine. I'm not so sensitive with those kind of things, but it might be my foreign blood, which kind of is a little bit more forgiving for these kind of things. Plus, I know that sometimes when you're sitting playing and writing at the same time, it tends to go a little bit tits up sometimes because you're suddenly doing something different. Noticed I had a lot of I hope it's not my dog barking outside. Bear with a second. Thing is, we have some of these automatic light going on, and sometimes the neighbor's cats sets them light them up, and the dog goes berserk when it does. You can't really comprehend why the light comes on. But it's actually good, because if it's a human and she starts barking, that is brilliant. Even though she is a very, very good girl, strangers should not go into our garden without her permission or our permission. very knowledgeable about her role in the family, and she is the protector of the realm. But weirdly enough, and that's one thing I actually find very funny, if she starts barking and she sounds angry, the cat will show up like, do you need help? I have had dogs and cats before, and I've never seen that before. The cats actually showed up when the dog started barking. Yeah, we're waiting that one day he starts luring the neighbor's cats into the garden where she is. So come say that to my face. It's brilliant. It was kind of funny when we got her, because he was not happy that we brought a dog home. No, he was very offended. But he liked the dog bed we bought. And the cheap cat bed we once bought in, I can't remember if it was Aldi or Lidl, it was one of those. And he never liked it, but when the dog started laying in it, then he loved it. Now they sometimes both are laying in her bed, which is a big dog bed. It's probably too big for her in reality, but there's space for both of them, and that's kind of what we wanted. So. Okay, that's good as well. United we stand. That's absolutely good, because it's bad with if one of them is very observant and the other one runs if there is any issues. would say our cat is not very observant anymore, and I think his eyesight is starting declining a little bit. But he is not young anymore. Oh. That's brilliant. I like that, Pulpa Pushka. Oh, this is brilliant. I did not even ask for this.
Product received. Product received. Product received.
Oh. I forgot something. Should always check the selling part as well. Not that I expect anything, but just in case. You don't earn money on not selling your stuff. So it's a lot of haulers I find today. And an A-class fighter. So now we landed here. I am going to take a 2-minute break, bathroom break. I'll be back very shortly, so stay with me. So I'm back again. What am I doing? Where am I? What am I doing? Oh. Jesus. Yeah, that's always the good questions, isn't it? One thing I don't want to start discussing is philosophy, because I have unfortunately known too many philosophers, people who have studied it, and they are absolutely annoying me. It can really get me up in the red when people say, well, in reality, are we really here? Or stuff like that, and then, oh God. Yeah, that's I know more than I actually want to be honest. I I unfortunately think you need to have the interest in discussing all these minor things and thoughts, ideas, and to be honest, I used to, in my youth, like to kind of have a healthy discussion with people, but now I would say that sometimes I'm actually getting too old for the crap, because there are things which I would say I'm more interested in the history behind things. I always embrace the statement that if you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going. And that's mean in a historic aspect. So if you know your ancestors was Vikings or Anglo-Saxons or Normans or whatever, then you kind of have some insight in your own family history and stuff like that. But thank you for following. Thinking all about the aspect of discussing the ideas about why society ended up as it did. Oh well. I was almost starting flogging philosophers' names, or Socrates sprung in mind, and Nietzsche and stuff like that. It interested me in my youth, but now, I mean, the worst part is that a lot of Nietzsche's ideas were misused by the Nazis. And many philosophers doesn't like that when you say that. But that's where I put in the historic interest and say, wait a minute, and things are not always just a discussion about ideas. It's also how people are using the ideas. So, apart from that, and I think I should shut up now. Yeah, my ex-wife is a genealogist, and she's very good at what she does. And some of it I found very fascinating. I don't have any Eastern European blood in me, so no, but you could be related to my ex-wife, because her ancestors left Russia in around that time you're mentioning there, and settled in the Prussian part of Poland, and later moved to Germany, and then came up to Denmark around 1900. So you could be related to her. But I have very Danish ancestry. Yeah. Yeah, her ancestors were kind of naturalized Germans. I think her great-grandfather's brother fought for the Germans during World War One, if I'm not mistaken. But her ancestors settled not far from Lithuania, up in that part there. So I helped her find the towns and cities that she found, because they were kind of difficult. Some of them was with German names, which they don't have anymore. No. No real. I would say my ancestry goes very far back to pure Danish heritage. So whether I'm a descendant of the Vikings, we don't know, but and again, the Vikings is a very used word, but not all was Vikings. Some was just normal people, farmers, hunters, fishers, whatever they did, making clothes. Yeah, but I would say when you come to pre-19th century, everything which comes before that, most people were farmers, unless they were nobility or something in that direction. And I don't have any nobility in my family.
Technology recharge.
Oops, sorry. So, don't fuck everything. I've done that before. What's that? Planning looks interesting. No, it's not. Yeah, that's one meme which still makes me laugh every time I see it. But yeah, well, but I mean, the thing is, a lot of people have a fraction of something in them. You mentioned yourself maybe Polish, Lithuanian ancestry, and theoretically you would have a fraction of that, and your parental is German, so you will have a fraction of that, but that's not what you are now, because your culture is brought into you through your childhood and youth with your family and everything. So that's really who you are, not where you come from. But knowing where you come from, that's I think that's kind of a good thing. A class. I think we've been around all the letters today, huh? So may I ask you, are you born in Britain then, or are you immigrated like the rest of us?
Units received. Units received.
Okay.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
That's that's interesting. Yeah, it's sometimes weird places people get born, but okay. That sounds very interesting. That actually sounds very interesting because I didn't. Well, I know there was some minor German colonies in Africa, but Africa doesn't seem like the obvious place to migrate to in that time. Most people went to America in the 1800s. Yeah, no, I know. But of course, people have migrated to get a better life. Yeah, no, it's Could have always many reasons why people migrate. There might have been an opportunity for something, or well, the Portuguese and the Spanish, we know what they did to the world. I know the boss in South Africa is mainly Dutch, so yeah, that's again the same type of story. So yeah, and there was Dutch people also migrating to Africa. So yeah. So you're born in Namibia, or?
Units received.
Okay. Zimbabwe. That's Robert Mugabe, isn't it?
Technology recharge.
They they sometimes save the enemy. would have sent me up in the red if that happened. Oh, I get annoyed with them already, and they are absolutely rubbish. That we can agree on without any discussion. When you said you was considering firing them, I was thinking, when were they actually useful? And the answer is one of these. I actually can't think of one situation where they were useful. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, when you have a fully upgraded ship and know what you're doing, then you should be able to kind of hold your own against kind of anything. So I wouldn't really be too concerned. So I need to earn some money somehow. We already determined that we are the rebels who earn money. Don't get stuck. So here's one thing I'm very good at. That's getting stuck in weird places. So it's because we're old grumpy men, you know. I admit sometimes I don't have the best eyesight in the world, and it's not always I notice there is something. In this game it's not so bad, but in some other games I sometimes get into situations where I haven't really noticed there was something, and my son is saying to me, "Yeah, Dad, can't you see that?" No. Oh, and then you realize there was something. Why can't I get a lock on that? That's because I have this in the way. There we go. Hello there. No, I got it was your squadron.
Product received. Product received. Product received. Product received.
Yeah, let me give an update on that, how it goes, because I'm a little bit interested in that. It's quite annoying. I haven't seen a single S-Class yesterday or today. Do they not exist anymore?
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Okay, good. Then it's not me. Oh, wait a moment. If they haven't existed, what am I flying around then? See, I was even in the three-star system. Someone told me that is where you find them. See, now I go to a 2-star system and I will find one. And the weird part was in my survival game, I found 2 in Euclid. That's kind of amazing. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I got one S. There is one S on my account today. That's true. But that's one thing I find a little bit okay. Yeah. I always send out 5 missions, right? Because I have 30 frigates, so I have the opportunity to do so. Three of those I got back when I started today. Together had 10 millions in coins. I will hope you get some. I haven't gotten anything from my organic frigates for a long time. Not even the eggs. Yeah. But I personally think it's the best investment you can do is to get the whole batch. Yeah, I know, that's well, I mean, three of mine together had 10 million. 2 times 3 and 1 times 4. That is, that's crazy to think about. It's actually roughly 5 ships, 5 frigates. Yeah, the frigates kind of suits themselves. Then A class. Oh, B. C. B. I would say holders comes in very different price range. Yeah, because it's not just the coins which comes in, it's also all the stuff they bring on the side, which sometimes is quite valuable. And that's not a bad thing. Okay. Nah. That is not really useful. So everyone sitting watching, if you have comments, questions, feel free to use the chat. It's for everyone. You don't have to follow to use the chat. I do appreciate people following me. That is helping me a lot, but I'm still helping people even though they don't follow me. I have it a little bit when my frigates my frigate missions come back. I look at them almost like it's Christmas. I bet you this is a toxic planet. Yep. And, not even a nice toxic. Yeah. Very bad weather. Very bad. Storm crystals. Oh, that's brilliant. it's great to do that. Just add some fun to your experience. That's brilliant. I like that. It's what actually makes a game good. That is, you can swap a little bit around and then, oh yeah, okay, now I want to do this, now I want to do that, and you have the opportunity to do so. And there's no one judging you for doing it. There somewhere. It was not entirely bad. I'm still thinking about when I just started streaming, there was some guy who kept telling me he couldn't find black holes. And I kept telling him to go to the anomaly and talk to Polo and get some coordinates if you can't get it. And I always wonder if he ever found his black hole. Because that is not the hardest to find. No. Red and yellow water is the wrong colors. The yellow water always looks like it's muddy. I don't like that. Water has to be blue. No, that's. I think you're right, but he told me he could get to the anomaly, and I said, go to the anomaly, talk to Polo, and ask to get coordinates. And I never know if he actually did it or if he managed to find the black hole. But I can't believe it is the hardest thing to do.
Coordinates received.
No. Then there's only the option with the portals, and I mean that's by choice whether you want to do that or not.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
That's very true. And that's my thought sometimes as well. Save a little bit of fuel and get those 6,000 light year. That's not too bad. Yeah, and I'm doing the same here. I'm not. I'm not using portals to get through because I kind of want to experience the galaxy, all kind of rings there might be. Or spirals, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Exactly. I don't know why I bother picking up nanites, but hey ho. No, I was the only thing I would use portals for here is if there was something specific I wanted to go and encounter, but as I actually don't have any needs for any of that, then it's actually fine as it is. So I have two options here. Either go to my freighter and pick it up, or to one of my bases. I actually think I take a base this time. Oh. Or they might regret their life choices. Oh, that was only 25. I need more. Okay. Problem is I can't remember what I have in what base. Jesus, these noises sometimes are almost killing me. That is not the right one, but I'll take it anyway. Now I'm here. I'm actually stopped doing my farm runs because I don't really need it, so. But here is the stuff. Bramble, so.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Oh, now it's your turn.
Technology recharge. So, where am I going? That's a good question. Probably. You're kidding me. Fuck. No, I have to check this first because otherwise I do what I did last week and then suddenly it goes stupid. So current mission. And yeah, it goes very far away. So that might be just stupid. So that's one thing when you actually do missions. They sometimes, that is also sometimes needed, yeah. Without that we are lost.
That is actually one thing I really always make sure I have on my desk. At least one with something in. Because for some reason it has a tendency to run out at the most stupid times of day. So I am suddenly in the situation that I am actually in so this is actually, I think this is the longest mission I ever made. So remember I started this mission in Elkupalos, and I'm in, no wonder where I actually is. It doesn't show. So, just for fun, this have dirt.
Product received. Product received. Product received.
Oh. I'm actually a little bit puzzled there, but where I actually am. Well, I'm actually, I already got all animals on this planet because I have a base here, but well, let's see where we actually are. This is kind of interesting. So I'm in Hesperios. Oh. That's where you are going. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. I don't have the list at hand, but I do think it is. Well, it must be good for you to know that there is 3-star systems. So, as I said, this is probably my longest mission ever. 10 galaxies. So, I will go back where I was. Oh. No, that's the problem with missions. Sometimes you can really fuck them up. If you go to another place and pick up the thing they need, then they send you to somewhere close where you are. There's a traveler.
Coordinates received.
I don't think I ever done that before. That's brilliant.
Technology recharge.
So I'm checking the galaxies whether it. Let's see. Oh. No, I'm lying. Hesperius is number 5. 4. So you're going to Hilbert dimension. It was the dimension which confused me. So you're going to Hilbert as the next. So all I have left. That's quickly done. So what am I doing here? I'm doing a trade station, trading post. Down. So yeah, that's Hilbert was not so bad. The one after Hilbert I found bad. Calypso. That I felt was very rough, but again, I think it really depends a lot what you run into.
Product received. Product received. Product received. I would say it is more fun to actually fly through and experience things. Using the portals, I always feel it's a little bit like a defeat when you have to do it. Well, when you feel you have to do it. I have actually encountered that on my survival game as well, and what am I doing? And I do think that there is a reason for it, because in Euclid, in the start outer rings, it's to teach you survival. So there is a reason, like, why it's done that way. I think. So I'm still far away from the center of this one, so I am just trotting along. So now I'm jumping to a system without anything, so that always makes me a little bit cautious, because if anything goes wrong, you don't have a space station and lean to. Even though in these kind of systems, very often you will find abandoned yeah, I know that, and that is kind of my plan B, emergency bailout if necessary. So I will actually for once go resource hunting. Because they are so rare to find mushrooms. And I must admit that I kind of would like to find some so I can make some mushroom soup in my cooking show, but I don't have any at the moment, but if I find some, then yeah. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Stop, stop, stop. Yeah. This is not the best of options I have chosen, but some activated indium is always good, because that can be used. It's only 319 degrees, that's a lot. So this is another way of using mole mode. If the weather is very bad, you can actually still gather resources. Just make sure you are in the safety of a tunnel. So I almost said, of course you do. But is there actually mushrooms on them? Wow. I actually did not scan anything, which was a little bit silly, but well done. Yeah, I'm not finding any here because it's a 0-star system. Okay, need some there. noticed I was running a little bit low on it, so it's just so I don't suddenly run out of it. Money as we go. That is not a bad thing to take into consideration as well. I hit a 3-star where? I would like just to find a single little tiny one. But if it's not possible, it's not possible. That's how it is. I do know not everything is possible. Yeah. I just want a single one. I'm not even greedy or anything. Just a single little one. It must be possible. Did I have anything else to put in there? No. So, when I'm in 3-star systems, I get 1-star treatment, I think. But I'm not annoyed. I actually take it as it is because it's funny sometimes. It's interesting sometimes. Just sold for over 30 millions in one go. That's another traveler. So nothing here that's really interesting. Frigate fuel can always be used, so oh, yeah, well, I got a couple today as well, so I don't know if someone is standing on the string to Guildford. It wouldn't be you, would it, standing on the string?
Navigational data received.
Yeah. I will say, I have a story from real life. A company in France, their servers went down every morning at 6 o'clock. And everyone which had something on their system was involved in troubleshooting it. And I worked for a software company, and they had our software on, and we investigated it from our side, and we couldn't find anything. We could see it was shut down at 6 o'clock every day. The logs revealed that, and that was as far as we came. And Microsoft was checking as well, and they could confirm the same. And in the end, to make a very long story short, make a long story short, was that the cleaner every morning unplugged the servers. It was a little stupid. They had them all sitting in the same plug, because that's not best practice either. But she just pulled out the cable and plugged in the vacuum cleaner. So yeah, maybe that's what's going on with Hello Games sometimes. They are vacuuming the floor.
Units received.
What do we else have here? Oh, more. I want more. Yeah, don't jump too far. Well, our recommendation was they would follow some sort of best practice and spread them out anyway, so everything didn't sit in one socket, because that is a recipe for disaster. But it's even worse, because their normal IT company had been outsourced to an Asian country which is renowned for taking over a lot of things remotely, and that was not the smartest of decisions, because we encountered a lot from, well, it was one specific company which was very bad, really. And it's not always. Saving money can sometimes be very expensive. Because very often you get the value you pay. That's my experience in IT. If you buy a computer for £50, you know you're not going to get the same quality as if you pay £500 or £5,000. There is a difference. Yeah, it does. I don't know if you remember, there was a project with a lot of IT hardware manufacturer who went together in a project with cheap computers to Africa, to African children in schools. So it was kind of a very cheap laptop type which was made. And in daily talk we called them plastic computers, because they were basically a plastic shell with a little bit of hardware in it. They worked fine and they were good for the purpose. However, some companies actually invested in that type of laptops for their workforce in Britain, because they were only, I can't remember the price, but it was something like between 30 and 50 pounds per laptop. And they were investing that, and everyone warned them and said they are made for educational purposes to Africa, not for someone to sit and work on 8 hours a day in an office. No, it's fine, they're cheap and they work and they can do everything any other computer can. And they say, you know, well, buy them, then do what you want, it's your money. And of course, they found out that the quality and price do connect. And if I remember right, they were not even made to be run on Windows, Microsoft. It was a Linux version which was running on, I think it was Ubuntu, but don't hang me up on that. But that's when accountants decide what to spend the money on. So we come up to 1 o'clock, so I am going to clean up for today. I feel I have done my duty. Wow. Duty sounds so formal. That was actually not meant that way. Because I actually, as always, have enjoyed playing. You know, if I don't find it today, I might find one tomorrow or the day after and so on. And that's how it is. I don't take that so bad, to be honest. It is as it is. Yeah, or I won't find any tomorrow either, but then I'll find something else. I'm not so bothered with that, and I mean, as long as I feel the game is progressing, I'm doing pretty much what I'm aiming to do, then I'm quite happy. I do think tomorrow I will actually take one of my other ships and put some of the storage on it. So I will, for a short period tomorrow, air one of the other ships. So that is always a good thing. And apart from that, I am going to say thank you for watching, and thank you for following me, those who have done that. I really appreciate it, and remember, you can always use the chat to ask questions, comment, participate in the discussion we have, whatever it is. So it's open for everyone, and if you liked what you watched, then I'll be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock UK time, and the adventure will continue. So, bam, have a good night, sleep well, and everyone else which is online, the same goes for you, or have a great evening, day, if you are in different time zones. Everyone take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night from UK.